dear viewer, I greet you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. I thank you so much for being on this program, Effumbiro, on 3ABN. We are so grateful to be here today and to be able to teach you another recipe. And we are so grateful for the guests that we have today. I'm so happy to be with you, Driti.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so stay on and be blessed as you listen and hear and be able to be part. My name, I'm AvventoMedia, Nora, your host of this program, Effumbiro, and I'm going to let my guest to introduce herself to you, and then we'll start the show.
Hello viewers, my name is Dureti Njuguna. I am from the Authentic Adventist Home based in Canada, Ottawa. Okay. However, we have traveled to come to Uganda. I grew up in Uganda for context. So this is my homeland and I love it here.
You are most welcome.
Thank you so much. So we came back and I met Nora as she was singing with Zamar and she invited me on this show. So glad to be here today.
Glad to host you today and thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So what do you have for us today?
Oh my goodness. Today we are making a chickpea stew. However, I would like to inform the viewers that you can substitute chickpeas for beans, for lentils. You know, when we are eating plant-based, it's easy for people to think, oh my goodness, they eat boring things, they eat all the bad things, or are you eating beans every day? Those are the questions I'm asked when I am told that I'm plant-based. However, there are so many things that you can eat. There are so many wonderful varieties. So today we are using this as our base. This is a protein. This is chickpea protein, and it is amazing. I'm going to share with you some of the nutritional benefits of chickpeas.
Okay.
But as I said, you can substitute chickpeas for beans or any protein that you would like to eat. So it's not a must to just eat.
Always eat that.
Yeah.
Have you change a bit?
You can change even if we keep these other things constant.
Okay.
So chickpeas,
The benefits.
Chickpeas improves your overall diet quality. Why? It increases your fiber intake, and if you have ever had trouble in the washroom, you understand what I'm talking about. Constipation. This is high in fiber. It has over 58% of fiber, so it is great for that. It reduces the risk of obesity by 53%. It reduces your LDL cholesterol. So if you're really struggling,
LDH?
Yeah, LDL.
LDL.
Yeah, if you're really struggling
HDL.
with your cholesterol levels, this is something that will really help you. It also reduces your blood sugar levels. So for those struggling with diabetes, it can be of help. And we know that plant proteins have so many benefits as compared to animal protein. You know, this plant protein specifically, the chickpeas, it has several vitamin B. Yeah, I won't mention it all, but vitamin B9, B1. So if your doctor tells you that you're struggling with your vitamins, chickpeas is the one to go to. It has vitamin E, vitamin C. It has minerals like manganese. It has copper. It has iron, zinc, and you know that this is all great for our brain function.
Calcium.
Right? If you don't have these minerals, it's very easy for our brains to not function that well. And that's why for students, parents out there, you want your children to perform well in school, please feed them chickpeas instead of meat on the daily. I know, you know, we have this belief in the African system that feeding meat is the way to go. My dearest, go do your research. That's not the way. Meat increases your fats. It increases the risk of diabetes. It's the total opposite of this. However, this is instead for all the good things.
So the viewer who is watching may ask, why do you add chick?
Chick.
Yes.
That's just the name.
That is just the name.
That is just the name.
Okay.
Yeah. There's so many health benefits. It's obviously a protein base, so it's very high in protein, and you know protein is a bodybuilding food. So I hope that you guys enjoy this recipe, but chickpeas is just phenomenal. I always have it at home with me, and the best way to cook it is to soak it overnight, like the way you would treat beans, and then wash it, you know, boil it, and then after boiling it, I always like to dump the water. Now, for anyone out there that's really struggling with bloating, because most people who eat plant protein, they say, "Wanange, my stomach, poo," after I eat. No, you don't have to struggle with that. As long as you you make sure that you pour the water after boiling, even for beans. I know, yes, you're losing nutrients, but if you really struggle with bloating, it's better to pour that water out, and then you rinse it off, and then this is the result of what you get afterwards.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyone there or a viewer can ask, can I use the green peas, or it is specifically the yellow ones?
No,
provided it is the
this is chickpeas. This is a different kind of. It's
peas.
Not the same as
cowpeas.
Cowpeas is more like there's something called dal the Indians have. That's different from this. They're in the same family, but this is different.
So these are the yellow ones?
Yes. No, this is just chickpeas.
So when I'm looking for peas, I look for chickpeas.
Yes. You can go to Owino for those in Uganda. You can go to Owino Market. Okay. That's where I got mine from. Okay. Yeah, they're a bit on the not so affordable side, but it's okay. You know, you don't need much.
How much?
I don't quite remember because I sent someone to get
We will afford them, me and my viewer will
Amin. Yes.
All right. So
I guess I'll introduce the rest of the ingredients.
Please do.
Okay, so we're going to start from over here. Well, I guess we'll start from this. Now, one thing I'll say to all the viewers, we have our own YouTube channel as well. It's called The Authentic Adventist Home. So please follow us on there.
Subscribe.
That's why I am very talkative. Yes. I'm not
Which is
new
okay.
on the show.
Which is okay.
Yes. So anyway, I have a lot to say about each of these ingredients, so you'll bear with me. This is olive oil. I highly recommend the people to use olive oil instead of other oils. Why is that? Other oils will cause inflammation in your body. If you do not know what inflammation is, you can Google it. So instead, using olive oil helps to, you know, to put that away. However, I wouldn't recommend you using olive oil when you are cooking, even though that's what we're gonna do today, because that's what we have. But I recommend you use avocado oil because it's resistant to heat. Olive oil cannot handle heat. Olive oil is not a fan of high heat like the one we're gonna use to cook. So I recommend you use avocado oil. If you don't have avocado oil, use coconut oil. So those are the oil options I would recommend. Seed oils are not it, y'all. Seed oils are not good for your health. They actually cause cancer. They cause inflammation. Inflammation is what causes cancer and all diseases. All diseases start from inflammation. So please, this is a health class as well. Yeah? Every ingredient was chosen specifically. This is sea salt. We are using sea salt today instead of the usual salt. Table salt is one of the main causes of high blood pressure. And I personally have high blood pressure in the family, so I really take care of that side of things. So sea salt is very delicious, y'all. Way more delicious than the other salts, and it is amazing for your health. You can also use pink Himalayan salt, or you can use Celtic salt. Those are the other options of salt you can use. But this one from the market, 2,000 for a kilo.
Okay.
Just 2K for a kilo, and a kilo is this big.
You use the way it is.
You can grind it, but I use it the way it is. It's just that you have to put it at the beginning so that it like dissolves. Okay. This is our chickpeas. We spoke about it. This is red onions. You know, red onions, amazing flavors. This is our grated ginger. And then this is our garlic. Over here are our spices. I'll skip that for now. And then over here is our tomatoes. Yeah. Amazing red tomatoes. Something about tomatoes that you have to know. I know we take these things for granted, but tomatoes are great for the heart and they are great for your blood. You know, God made health so simple in a way that if you eat red things, it helps with your blood. Red for blood. So if you are iron deficient, there was a time when I was iron deficient, you eat red foods. Amazing. And then over here is also chickpeas. We're using
Tomato
2
paste.
bowls and then tomato paste. Now,
I want to talk about
the
these ones.
spices. Oh my, I am the queen of spices. I love my spices. So this is curry powder. I'm gonna start with this because it's not the other curry. They have things that are not good for your health in there. You can create your own curry using turmeric and all these different things. Just Google how to make curry and you can make it at home. It's very easy.
So you made it yourself?
No, this one I bought. I bought from the Indians because their curry is just good. So if you want to find good spices, a hint, go to the Indian store. They have amazing. And then this one is chili powder. Yeah. So this is chili powder. It's not too hot. And then this is our berbere. It's an Ethiopian spice mix that I also love.
Berbere?
Berbere. Or you can use paprika. If you don't have that, you can use paprika.
Okay.
So if you don't have curry, you can use turmeric, you know, and other spices. Honestly, for the spices, use whatever you have at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much for introducing this to us. I was so excited to know the spices that you're going to use.
Yeah.
I'm also learning about spicing. Yes, so I really love to know about that. So we can dive into
the
preparing
cooking.
our peas, our chickpeas.
Chickpeas. Okay, so now we are going to start with the cooking. We always start obviously
The onions.
with our onions. So this is just red onions and we have heated up our pan. You can test that using your hands. So we're going to dump in all our onions.
That is done. You've put oil? Okay, my question was, like, why do you first put onions without oil? Because most people, the way they cook, they put oil first and then onions and then other things. So why do you do that?
So the reason why I put onions first and not oil is because if you put oil first, first of all, the oil cooks so much to the point that when you put the onions, you're just frying. You're just frying your onions, and that depletes you of the nutrients. You know, it prevents you from getting the nutrients that you desire from the red onions or anything. As a matter of fact, fried food has less nutritional benefit as compared to cooked. This is just cooked because we're just cooking our onion, and you'll see that when we get to like the yellow brown color, we're going to stop and then put our next ingredient. We don't want it to get to black because when it gets to black, then that means we have lost the nutritional benefits of it. So,
I understand.
So that's the reason.
Okay.
Great question.
Yeah, hello viewer. I hope you have seen how we have cooked this thing, the chickpea, and we have really learned that instead of frying your onions, it is better to cook them first, not so? Yes, so you put the onions first so that
And
you
you don't
maintain.
overcook them.
Yes,
Yeah.
you get the nutrients within the onions.
Yes.
And then after you put other things.
Yes.
And then the oil last.
No, the oil, we're going to put it afterwards.
Okay.
But we're just not going to allow it to like frying it, like boiling point. We won't allow it to get there.
All right.
Yeah.
We've understood that.
Yeah, and then up next, after the oil, we're going to put some tomatoes. Yeah, as I say, tomatoes are great for the heart, you know, and for blood. So, yeah. You guys, you can see, we are, so you can come and see. You see when it starts browning,
Browning.
at the bottom? Yeah, and you can smell the
The
aroma. Yeah.
Literally, I was asking myself, why don't I get that such
Such
aroma when I'm cooking?
Yes.
So I think I have got it now.
Yes.
It is better you boil them first than
You cook
frying.
them first, and then afterwards you add in your oil.
Okay.
Yes. So this is how you. And then also the other thing, when you're mixing, you do not want to kusasanya. I think that's what they call it. Just you know, you don't want to just throw them around the pan.
Yeah, you
My
need to
mom
be-
always says that you have to clean your saucepan. If not, you're losing food on the sides. So
Okay.
we always make sure to clean, and also scrape off the bottom, because you don't want anything to get stuck at the, because that's again burning, right? So when you see that it's starting to brown at the bottom, just
put the
like
oil.
this, when you see that it's starting to brown, then you will add in some of the oil. Again, I recommend using other oils, but since this is what we have, we'll just use this. And we won't use too much, we'll just put what's enough, what's substantial. Now my Ethiopian friends, my people use oil,
They use a lot
they
of
use
oil.
a lot of oil and a lot of onions, but since we are cooking healthy, we are.
Using little oil.
And let me tell you all, sometimes people think cooking healthy is bad tasty food. I don't know, bad, terrible taste. No, cooking healthy can be delicious. Follow the Authentic Adventist Home, follow Effumbiro on 3ABN, and you will learn how to make
cook and how to
amazing
prepare
food. Now
healthy
come.
foods.
So you see the way it's starting to, we don't want that. So that's when we quickly add in our tomatoes, because we do not want, we do
That
not, yeah, no. By the way, that is cancer. I
I know.
remember Walter Vates saying that every time you cook
hear
and you
that
hear
thing.
cancer, you're
eating
calling
cancer.
cancer for yourself, you know?
Okay.
So,
I think my people know.
oh,
They
yes.
know that.
Yes.
Those who follow the Effumbiro program.
Oh, so you've told them before
Yeah.
about that.
Yes.
Amazing. And you can look. One thing I'll tell you about food is that when you're encouraged to eat your colors. As you have seen on this table, we have amazing colors on here. We have red, we have yellow, we have brown, we have white. And this is when I usually like to add in my sea salt, just because they are big grains and they take long to cook. So this
To
is when
dissolve.
yes, to dissolve. Thank you. So because of that, I like to add it in right now so that they can dissolve over time.
So I want to ask,
Yes.
do I have to measure? Because when I put in like
Now,
the way you
We are Africans, so
measure, but
yeah, you just say.
I understand.
According to this, we are
This is
doing
going to
that.
be enough.
Mama, people have asked for measurements on my channel. I told them I'm so sorry. And for those wondering, saying, oh, you're using the hands if you are germophobic, I am here to tell you we have washed our hands before we started.
Thank you.
We're just using it to touch this food. And we're encouraged to use the hands to cook because our hands are amazing. I personally do not like using gloves because gloves they carry germs everywhere, unlike your hands that you can wash. So yeah.
So every cook with his or her.
Yes. So I'm just adding in a good amount, because we have 2 bowls of chickpeas. It may seem like a lot of salt, but it's not. It's because they are large grains,
Okay.
So you see, I've let it sit and cook, and then now I'm mixing in the salt. There will come a time for adding in all these other ingredients, but for now we're just letting it cook. Now I'll say something. I usually use this tomato paste as a thickener. You don't need this much, but I like my sauce to be thick. Not this one where the chickpeas are, it's like
Are
they're
moving
floating,
everywhere.
Yeah, we want thick things, substantial food, right?
Exactly.
So, yeah. So now I am mixing in. Remember, you eat your colors. So, tell me, my sister, how does this look to you?
Still
Eh?
on its original.
It looks amazing,
Yes,
right?
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
You don't want dead food.
course.
Toyagala kulya ebintu ebifudde.
Ebifu.
Kubanga
Ebifu.
Yeah, because my Uganda I'm still learning. But the thing is, if you eat dead food, you cannot expect life out of dead food,
Of course.
right? But
And
if
we
you
are
eat,
here to get the nutritious ingredient within the food.
Yes.
And we cook healthy food here on Effumbiro program.
amazing.
So after that,
We're going to first let this cook well. As you have seen, for everything you want it to cook, but not overcook. So you want it to cook, and you can, I think, smell the aroma of the food. Yeah, so we are cooking. And some of the aromatics, apart from the tomato, is the garlic, the ginger, and then these are our spices. Now, there is a problem with most Ugandans. Don't come for me for this, but Ugandans are usually not used to spices, let's be honest. Most Ugandan dishes, they use aromatics but not spices.
what are aromatics?
Aromatics are onions, they are, tomatoes, garlic, ginger, and then they say that is our spice. You're spicy after. No, that's not a spice. Spice is this one, Bambi. Spices are curry, paprika, chili powder, Cajun. Those are the spices. But yeah, so. But aromatics are great even on their own. Even if we don't add those and we just cook without.
That's why they
garlic
say
and
that
ginger,
is enough.
it will still taste amazing, and it's actually even healthy as well, So as you can see, our food is cooking really well. And as I say, you can substitute this for beans. You can substitute it for peas. You can substitute it for any plant protein of your own. And it will still taste amazing. And if you don't have these spices, use the spices you have. Or use your aromatics.
We will use what we have.
Food, when made simple, tastes way more amazing than the so-called complex food. Yeah. So remember, we added in our salt to dissolve. Yeah. And I will be testing that over time, just to make sure that. I guess you grab me a spoon. Just to make sure that our salt is going well. The reason why we add in the salt at the beginning is because this is sea salt. As you can see, the grains are very big and it will take time to dissolve. So if you wait till the end, you're going to end up overcooking your food. So that's why we do it at the beginning, so that it can cook over time. I'll encourage the viewers, if you have, any suggestions, kindly drop it in the comment section below. We love to hear your feedback. But please be kind. Yes, we caution that. Okay, so up next we are going to add in our tomato paste.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, use this with caution. Remember, it's a thickener. It's just tomatoes, right? But I'm adding in extra tomatoes because I want to thicken. As we said, we don't want chickpeas that are swimming in water, yeah? Okay, so we have added in. We'll test our
So what if
salt.
someone doesn't have
Tomato paste?
Yes.
Well, there are different thickeners to use. That's a great question. We could use
flour?
no, I don't suggest that, just because sometimes flour needs when you're cooking it
You're
like
going
for
to
a long
cook
time.
it. Okay.
But if you're just doing something quick and you use flour, you can end up eating raw flour, which is not good for your body. So instead, I suggest you use potatoes. Potatoes are natural thickeners. Or if you're using beans, you can mash them, and then they become thick. But as you can see,
It's already thick.
it's thick. By the time we add in our water, it will be amazing. So we're going to now add in our spices as our tomato paste is cooking. I don't like to add in spices beforehand. or after this, because what happens is your spices will be overcooked or undercooked. So I usually like adding in my spices when the tomatoes are in, because they just, it's like they give it a hug and they cook together, you know. So I will not add everything. I'll just add some.
So
of
what
this.
is that you add in again?
So you
Chili?
can honestly use any.
No, we want
This
to know.
one is chili.
Okay.
So I'm just
Put
adding
little
in.
because I don't eat.
No,
it.
don't worry. It's not something that will. Remember, we're going to cook it. So one tip I also have: the more you cook your spice, the more the flavor will tone down. So if you're scared that something is going to burn you, cook it, cook it, cook it. Add in water, cook it, add in water, cook it, and the spice level will come down. So I'm going to start with the barbarian and the chilies, because I know I'm dealing with Ugandans here and they can't handle spicy food.
No, we eat, but we
My
don't
dear,
eat
you're the
much.
one who complain.
For me, I don't eat chili.
It's not really chili. Anyway, it is kinda. Yeah. So I just added in a little bit of that, you know, and then we will mix in, and we'll add in some of our ginger and garlic as well. I guess I'll use another spoon. Or yeah.
Oh, we can use this one, a
Yeah.
fork.
Okay, thank you. So I'll just add in just a little bit to pump up, you know, like make it alive. Ginger usually just, it brings everything to become more alive, and garlic. Oh my goodness,
And
guys.
smell nice.
I cannot talk about garlic enough. Garlic is like my most favorite thing in the entire world. Onions and garlic, I can't cook without them. So I'm just adding in a bit of this, just so that, but then we'll also add it towards the end to boost the flavor. So now that you see, remember, you see everything has incorporated really well. You remember our oils were on the side? You asked a very good question, Offset, that why are the oils on the sides? It's because water and oil do not mix. So because of that, they will separate. And especially when your oil is not overcooked, it will separate. But the more they cook together, the more they incorporate with one another. And the tomato paste, why I love it, is that it brings everything together. So when you see that it's starting, remember, Chetwaga Levisirida, is it? That's the word, huh? So we want, whenever we see that it's about to start getting
Thick down.
no, when it starts getting coat on the thing, then we're gonna add in some water, just a little bit, as we cook it down. Okay. So as you can see, we'll add a little by little, and that way you're going to cook the most amazing,
Really thick.
delicious. It looks thick, but remember at the end we're going to add water. So it's going to be amazing.
Okay, hello viewer. I thank you once again for being on this program, Effumbiro, with me, your host, Nantume Nora, and I'm so grateful for you being part and learning with us. Continue and don't never leave this program, because it is a good program. It teaches us a lot of things that concern our health, and when we are when we have a good health, we are able to serve God.
Amen.
And we are able to help our families and those that are near us. So today our guest, those who have just joined the program, our guest is who?
My name is Dureti Njuguna.
Dureti Njuguna. Can you introduce again yourself to the viewers? Those ones who have just, joined.
Okay, hello viewers. My name is Dureti Njuguna. I am from the authentic Adventist home.
Okay.
I'm the wife to Mrs. Njuguna.
To Mr.
Oh, Mr. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, let's do that again. Okay. I am to Mr. Njuguna.
Yes.
A very wonderful man. A man after Christ's own heart.
Okay.
And
that
then
is
I have
beautiful.
a baby boy called Joseph Njuguna.
Okay.
I love him so much. So that is my family, and we have the ministry called The Authentic Adventist Home, and we have a YouTube channel that you can follow us on at The Authentic Adventist Home across most social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube. Yeah, we are available.
Okay, thank you. So, what are we cooking? Our dear viewers, we are cooking. What is it still?
Chickpea stew.
Chickpea stew. Yes, for those who missed the introduction, just go back and you will know how to do it, to cook and prepare this stew. So now what are we doing now?
So we are adding in water just so that the spices can cook really well and incorporate in one another.
Okay.
So we're just adding in some water as it cooks, some water as it cooks. And then we're now going to add in our curry. I didn't add in the curry at the beginning because I wanted first the other ones to tone down. Yeah, to cook kana, because they are a bit too much. And then this one is like the calm sister, you know?
Okay.
Definitely not me, but I'm probably the chili powder if I was to be a spice.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we are now going to add in our curry powder. You are also a chili powder. On set, you are
Don't
curry.
start. Me, I'm a curry.
On set, you are curry, but behind the scenes, she is a chili powder. I promise you.
Okay.
Anyway, so this is amazing. You know, cooking is one of the most amazing things. It's a time to bond. My family and I, we bond during our cooking time. You know, we talk about the most silliest things, like, you know, what spice would you be? All these things. It's a great time to bond with your husband or your wife. You know, you can have a date night and
Just while cooking?
cooking together, having conversations, you know, asking each other questions.
Teach me.
Yeah, I will. But speaking of that, our ministry, the Authentic Adventist Home,
What do you do?
we are focused on youth, we are focused on family, we are focused on children, and it's all about spreading the authentic Adventist lifestyle. How do Adventists really live? I feel like we have kind of gotten caught up with everything that's going on in the world that we have lost focus of who we really are. And so we take you back to the roots of, you know, I believe Adventism is one of the best things, you know, so
Yeah,
Christ gave it to us.
Some
as a
people say
gift.
that we are rigid,
No,
but we are very good people.
no,
Yeah.
we are not. We are amazing.
So, dear viewer, you just need to subscribe. What is the name of YouTube? Still the authentic.
authentic. I guess they'll put it down. They'll write it down. The Authentic Adventist.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that is the name. I won't repeat it.
Yeah. So
So after
now
that?
we have added slowly. We keep on incorporating our water. You know, we keep on incorporating our water as we go. I think you can smell. You know.
The aroma.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
smells
can smell.
good.
And then I always like to add in a little bit more salt, you know. Again, it may seem like a lot, but not really, because we're using cubes. So, okay. So, we're going to, you see how everything is cooking so slowly and nicely.
Yeah.
We're not forcing anything. We're not pushing anything. We're not like, you know, like we're just allowing it to cook
Everything
slowly.
to flow on its
And
own.
one thing I learned is that the way you cook your food is the way it will treat you in your body. So if you cook
Exactly.
it fast, it will also give you just, it will come in and go, you know. But if you cook it slowly and nicely, then it will do you good. Now, not overcooking. We don't encourage overcooking, but cook your food well. Yeah. So now I think we are ready to add in our chickpeas. Finally, we are going to be adding in our chickpeas. We have talked about the benefits of this, so Now we're going to slowly add it in. We're using 2 bowls of chickpeas today. So, and if you want the exact recipes to these foods, you can follow Dureti's Kitchen on YouTube. I will be sharing them on there. I've been encouraged to
do what?
to write a cooking plant-based book. So hopefully in the nearby future I
You
will
will have it.
by God's grace, but not for now. So, oh my goodness, look at this. Look at how amazing it looks.
It's beautiful. Just eager to taste it.
Yeah, you must eat the food with your eyes first, and then all the 5 senses must participate in the food, right? In the indulgence of the food. So that is the eyes. We look at great food, and then the taste.
Ready to taste.
And the nose, the touch, all these things. That's why I don't encourage using gloves. I encourage using bare hands, because you know that when you use your hands, your body is ready to digest what you have touched based off how hard it is or how soft it is. Or
Ready to be eaten.
yes, So this is just amazing. And we're going to add in
Water.
Actually, I'll first let it cook a little bit more. Yes.
I had never seen such peas.
Chickpeas, huh? Yeah, they're a bit foreign to Ugandans. Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring them on the show to let you know that it's
They're
amazing.
also there.
They're also there, and they are amazing.
Beautiful. So what else would you want to share with our viewer? What you've not said?
There is a lot I could share, but honestly, I would just encourage them to log
Eat
on
healthy.
to the Authentic Adventist Home.
And also to log on this program, Effumbiro.
They are obviously here as they are watching us, but for sure, please check out the Authentic Adventist Home. We are currently in Uganda, and we're working with the youth. We're working with programs like 3ABN and Effumbiro. We may share testimonies in the future.
Of course you will.
I may come back for more recipes, so stay tuned, And as I said before, comment what
And
you
give us
have
feedback.
learned from this. Give us
And
feedback.
what you want us to improve on.
For
We are ready to work on that.
Yes. So, as you can see, when you start seeing these bubbles form on the top, you know that your thing is cooking well. Now, I always like to first leave it like this for some time without adding in water, just because I want the chickpeas themselves to soak in the flavor. You know what I mean? So I am going to just leave. Our chickpeas have cooked for some time. I put on the lid because it helps trap in the moisture. We do not want that escaping. You see? You hear that? You don't want it to catch at the bottom. You get what I mean by catch? I'm using
Kwatira once.
kwatira once. We take it.
Yes.
Guys, the reason why I'm not using Luganda is because my Luganda is not
Good.
Yeah. If I use it, you may not get me. So that's why I'm using English one. But I
Which
can
is
speak
okay.
Luganda.
But it looks nice.
Yep. So now we are going to add in more of the ginger and the garlic before we add in our water. So now this is the last part of the
It
cooking.
seems that you eat a lot of garlic and ginger.
Yes, because they have nutritional benefits.
Yeah, but it is
Garlic is antifungal, it's antibacterial. Ginger is anti-inflammatory. These things are very, very good.
But
for your
I think
health.
it depends on the people you're preparing for. Because there are those who do not eat ginger or garlic.
Maybe just because of preference, but in terms of health, it's healthy. It's great for your health.
There are those ones who say that it raises their what?
Or maybe
Their
maybe if you have a condition, for sure take caution in that. But if you do not have a condition, like
Why do
you, this is great for you. Yeah. Because even salt, right? For someone with high blood pressure, they have to take caution, even if it's this kind of salt, right? So every ingredient, obviously, take it with precaution. Listen to your doctors. We are not doctors here. So now we will again let it sit. Cook a bit. Yes, because we want our food to cook really well. Patience is key in cooking amazing food.
All right.
Okay, so we are now going to mix everything up, and then we're going to slowly add in our water as we mix it. So again, you could add in more water if you want it
To swim.
to swim.
If you wanted to swim, add more water. But I think that the water is
But
enough.
yeah, we could add a bit more because we already have our thickener, you know. So we'll add in a bit more. But for now, I guess because we want it to cook faster, we will, for the sake of this show, we'll just keep it to this. But if you want, you could
If you
add
have a
in.
big family,
Yeah,
you add
I'm used to also batch cooking, you know, cooking a lot of food. I'm not used to cooking little food, so that's the other thing. But as you can see, the bubbles are starting to rise. So you're going to cover this up. Adjust the salt to whatever is best for you. Adjust the garlic and the ginger and the spices to whatever is best for you and your family.
Yeah.
You do not have to do exactly what is on here. And also improvise, right? Improvise the spices, improvise the herbs. But this is kind of it. And the next time you will see, it will be served. And I
then
guess
we
you'll
eat.
do a test for it.
Of course I have. Hey, dear viewer, we are so grateful and happy to be with you on this program, Effumbiro, and we do not take it for granted for you to be part of this, and we request you to be part and practice it at home. Yeah, so that you can get the benefits of it, of you not only seeing it here, but also take it from your home or from your kitchen. We thank you so much for being part of this program, and we're coming back to test on what we have cooked, the chickpea stew.
Okay, so as you can see, our chickpea stew is ready. You can serve this hot with rice. You can serve it with
For sure.
posho. You can serve it with matoke. You can serve it with
Kalo.
sorghum, kalo. You know, all these different food varieties. You can serve it with chapati or bread, you know. So it is amazing. And you can also eat it on its own. Even though that would be a waste to me. Because it's packed full of flavor. So we're going to serve so that our madam here can test it.
Ready to test.
It's very hot, so take caution.
I'll wait for it. That is enough. I'm going to just test.
So as you can see, our chickpea stew, it smells divinely. I myself am ready to dive in, but I will allow our host.
Well, this is the time that I prove to you what we have cooked. It's delicious and tasty and amazing.
You can blow so that you make sure it's not hot.
It's delicious. Delicious. The spices are so now. So delicious. Oh my God. Dear viewer, do not stop seeing me here, just tasting for you and telling you how delicious this meal is. Try it at your home too.
Yes.
Yes.
We encourage you.
We encourage you to try it.
Yeah. Tell me more. How
The spices.
describe to the viewers.
The spices they have sat in.
Neat. You can
Yes, you can
taste it.
feel it.
So that's why we practice the patience while cooking it. You know, if we did it quickly, you wouldn't taste what you're tasting right now.
Okay,
Even
so
if you use the same spices.
we should be patient though you're hungry.
Yes. Well, don't cook this while you're hungry, because
It's nice.
it's amazing.
It's amazing. And I didn't know that this thing, that chili, is not that hot.
I told you. No, it's because we cooked it down. Again, if I cooked it fast, my dearest, you would taste all the chilies burning your ears off. But because I cooked it low, and then I added this last, so know your spices, know what you're using. If you're not used to chili, use coriander, use cumin, you know. Use thyme, use oregano, use different,
Think about it.
yeah, use different herbs and spices for flavoring your food.
And above all, think about it. It is very good to think about what you're going to cook before you just say for you to cook. Think about it, and then you'll have a delicious meal like how we have got this. So dear viewer, I encourage you so much not only to stop here seeing us or viewing us, but go ahead and prepare these things and enjoy also the benefits that are in this meal. Anything you have to say to the viewer before we go?
Your health is your wealth. So take care of it.
That is good and beautiful. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We are going to stop here. May God bless you and have a lovely day. Ciao, ciao.